Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Up the Score. Today, I'm here with my co-host Mike and Shark. Say what's up, y'all.
What's up?
Yo, what's up? How's everybody doing out there?
Shit, I'm doing good. How you been?
Hey, can't complain. I'm still alive.
What about you, Shark?
I'm good, man.
Hey, that's boy getting the. You
Yeah.
did. In today's episode, we're gonna be talking about Week 14. We're gonna go over our Defensive Player of the Year ladder. We're gonna have a fun start bench cut. Y'all wait to see who that's about, and we're gonna have our weekly pick'ems in. Let's dive into last night's Monday Night Football game. Kyler Murray, recent news just came out. He tore his ACL, and he's going to be out for the remainder of the season. And a torn ACL, he's also going to be out for the beginning of next season. And that's big news because the Cardinals already don't look that great, like even with Kyler Murray playing. And this happening, I don't see the direction they go. Like,
Well, they can't go any direction. They just need to find a suitable backup because they already, tied in for 4 more years after this. So all they can do is find a backup that can replace them for right now.
if going into the offseason, what should they draft in, like, the draft? Like,
Wide receiver for sure.
wide receiver?
Yes, but D-Hop is carrying right now. He's the only viable target on that offense.
No, Rondell Moore and them being like, he's a wide receiver 3. Like,
Isn't Marquise Brown out? Marquise
Yeah,
Brown.
yeah, yeah.
I think Marquise Brown's still out.
yeah. I don't think they need a receiver. I feel like that's one of their best.
They probably need O-line, right?
Yeah,
They gotta
O-line and defense.
It's one of their best because they're in everywhere. Like they have no depth nowhere on that team.
Yeah,
Like their DBs are bad. They're bad everywhere. They need to fire Cliff Kingsbury.
yeah,
Giving him in the GM, when they gave Cliff Kingsbury and that GM the extension, that was not a smart move on their part.
yeah. Even as soon as it happened, I ain't like it because he wasn't even that good last season. Like, as soon as it's a red flag when in the beginning of the season your team do good and then y'all fall off. Kind of this same position one of our favorite teams is in right now, but we ain't gonna get too deep into that.
Which one? Y'all? Yours?
We ain't gonna get too deep into that.
Okay. You talking about yours? I'm talking about mine. But I say we ain't fell off.
Nah, but y'all got any? I don't really got much to say about this game. I just want to talk about Kyler Murray getting hurt and praise up to you. Hope he recover well.
Yeah, there's not really much to talk about this game.
Well,
Terrible performance on both sides offensively.
I think they should consider maybe like. I thought they should consider this before, and they should definitely consider this now as well as like maybe moving off of Kyler because it seems like every week I was seeing him getting frustrated on the sidelines and like I don't know, it just doesn't seem like he wants to. It's either Kyler or the coach or whatever. I don't know. I think that Kyler maybe could benefit from a fresh start. I mean, he's really talented. It's just I don't know if he's where he exactly wants to be. I mean, but if he is, then yeah, it's probably coaching. They just need to move on from the coaching and GM and just start all over. Probably. The team is very strange. Definitely should keep Isaiah Simmons though.
Yeah, they defense.
Send him to Dallas.
Nah, they
I mean,
defense
yeah,
is
send
terrible.
him to Pittsburgh. But hey, yo, if I'm talking about like from the Cardinals standpoint,
Yeah,
that's pretty.
he's like one of their key pieces. The linebackers are really good. Him and Xavier Collins.
Yeah. And Blake Baker too, but they just have no pass rush. JJ Watt is not JJ Watt. They lost Chandler Jones. They got Golden like as one of their premier edge rushers. That's gonna get you nowhere. Another thing is dang, I forgot what I was just gonna say. But how did I just blank out? Oh, this is a Baker Mayfield destination. Him and Kyler Murray got that friendship. In the beginning of the season, he'll get the chance to play, and he also played with Marquise Brown, I believe, right? Like Baker was there the year. Yeah,
I
so
think Marcus Brown was still there.
yeah, so
Yeah, Oklahoma.
that's a Baker destination. We ain't gonna talk too much about this game no more though. Praise up to Kyler Murray. We're gonna talk about.
If there's one part, it's one thing I really wish the NFL would do this. Is have better concussion spotters because there's no way Nelson Aguilar had to do what he did, to just get somebody's attention Devontae Parker clearly was shaken up. Like, it was obvious. I was watching the game. I was like, why are they still lining up trying to run a play when somebody's obviously hurt? And Nelson Aguilar took a knee. He was like trying to wave to the sideline. Like, come on, man. He's clearly not okay. But Devontae Parker, I hope he's okay. I hope he don't have a concussion, but he was obviously shaken up. And the NFL needs to do a better job of having people, see a concussion. Like, being able to diagnose a concussion or something, because that's like way too many instances. Tua happened to Tua 2 or 3 times this year alone, and it just kind of frustrates me.
Hey, we talking about concussions. Let's talk about the Steelers game versus Baltimore. Hey, Sharky can start it off with Kenny Pickett getting hurt.
That's a good segue because I was gonna say Kenny got concussed, and then they said he was fine. They let him go back in the game, and then he had to actually say like, "Hey, I'm becoming symptomatic." And then he got pulled. Like, he played a whole other series before getting taken out after getting a concussion. So, yeah, it's just there's two sides to it. There's definitely they need to be better about finding the situation, but it's also, since it's internal and we're humans studying our own brains, it's going to be really hard for us to understand it fully. Like, the understanding we have of every other body part and how it gets injured and how to recover and all that is just like way beyond where we know with our brain. So it's just a lot of catching up we have to do there medically. But yeah, I agree. I want it to continue to become more safe because everybody can agree the worst part about sports is injuries. So
yeah, especially head injuries, because we've seen too many times. We see athletes right now, example Antonio Brown, suffering from severe CTE, man. It happens because it seems like the NFL doesn't care for give the proper care for head trauma. Like they say, they'll pay you, they're going to kill you, but they're going to pay you good. And Antonio Brown's a prime example of that.
Hey, how you diagnosed him with CTE?
Bro.
Yeah, I think it's something when people diagnose him with CTE. It's like,
there's a pattern.
You can do that. Passed away.
So there's patterns. If you can, a pattern when you see one. Aaron Hernandez, he had CTE. The safety Dave Durson from like the 80s, he killed himself because he had severe CTE. We see a pattern of players who go on spirals, and it's because they have CTE, man.
And
so he was normal before Vontaze Burfict bitch ass.
Hey, you know who's a player? I don't want to get too into this, but you know who's a player who I think has CTE, but he's not crazy or nothing. Like, he's actually pretty like cool with it.
Gronk.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I would think that, but Gronk, I feel like if he has it, it's mild. It's mild. It's not some of these players. But I can see why you say that.
Yeah, but Gronk, I ain't saying Gronk is like a crazy person. Like
he's just like really hyper, upbeat, energetic and shit.
Yeah. But guys, I do wanna say my other thoughts on the Steelers game. So
what's up?
So my thing is, Mitch comes in after Kenny gets hurt, comes in, leads a touchdown drive immediately. He's looking great. I'm just like, oh yeah, this is good. We're feeling good. I mean, obviously upset that Kenny's hurt. But then he ends up throwing 3 consecutive interceptions, and then we get a field goal blocked. And then we end up losing by 2 to the Ravens, which essentially, I mean, we have a 5% chance of making the playoffs if we win out, but essentially that like knocks us out of realistic playoff chances. So I don't know. For me, like as a Steelers fan, that was like I was the most hurt that I've been in, like since watching Ben lose in the playoffs and then knowing he was going to retire. That's the most hurt I've been since that game. So it's just a brutal way to lose hope, not hope, but a brutal way to lose a realistic opportunity at playoffs just to your like most hated rival, and to lose by 2 when you just sacrifice 12 points for basically no reason. I don't know. It's just very frustrating.
Every time I got a couple rules when I'm playing Madden, and it always happens in football.
Yeah.
If something, all right, let's say like, we remember the other game where I said Dak threw a pick, but somehow it wasn't called a pick?
Yeah.
No matter what, if anything like that happens, they're scoring a touchdown that possession. It happens every time, bro. Every time a pick is thrown and somehow it gets reverted or something, they score a touchdown. And if you miss a field goal, you lose them by 2. You losing by 3.
It's a word. It's a word. I know the word you're looking for. It's called momentum. And we can talk about that when we get to the Cowboys game because we can talk about that. Momentum, that is the biggest part of sports.
Hey, let's talk about the Cowboys game right now. What you got with momentum?
All right, man. All right, so we get the ball first. We go up and down the field. We score, right? 7-0. Houston gets the ball. They go 3 plays. Done. 3 and out. The play where the game turned was on the punt. Kevontae Tucker bobbled the punt. And that is where the game turned on its head. The Texans, the game was so embarrassing. When Kevontae Tucker fumbled, when he fumbled the punt, I was like, oh my God. That right there was a momentum killer because we were getting ready to go down the field and score another touchdown. But the Texans get the ball inside the 30. They end up scoring a touchdown. They end up scoring more and more points. And when it got to the fourth, when it was in the halftime, I was like, bro, what the hell is going on with the Cowboys? Like, there's no way that we're supposed to be losing to a 1-10-1 team. But as y'all know, I say this all the time. My motto is any given Sunday. Anybody can lose any game because it is the NFL and these are professional athletes at the end of the day.
Exactly. I got a question for you.
What's up?
Are the Cowboys frauds?
No, we're not frauds. We have a bet. You know what's crazy? The Eagles, they struggle with Houston in the first half up to the fourth quarter. Nobody called them frauds. They struggle with Indianapolis. They beat Indianapolis by 1 point. Everybody says, oh, that was an impressive win because good teams find a way to win bad games. Nobody said that when the Cowboys found a way to beat a bad Texans team.
Nah, but you the one that called them frauds.
I thought the Browns were going to lose to the Texans. And they were going to if they didn't have a few plays go against them. But I feel like the Texans are like
sneaky good, yeah.
But they're acting
you can tell,
bro. They randomly took Davis Mills out, and I feel like he's the better quarterback out of the two.
I feel what the Texans were doing was everybody knows the Cowboys has a weak run defense, right? But the Texans were doing where they were bringing Davis Mills in. We knew they were going. When Davis Mills was in the game, it was 9 times out of 10 they was going to pass. But when Jeff Driscoll came in the game, it was almost an automatic run every time. So that's kind of how we, when we needed to make a play down inside the 5-yard line with 5 minutes left, and we got that stop. That's kind of why, because Davis Mills wasn't in any of those plays. Jeff Driscoll was in for all of those plays. And if there's any issue that I have with the Cowboys game, it is because it is on the O-line. We need O-line depth. I'm not gonna lie, because when Terrence Steele went out, he has a torn ACL. Present was Terrence Steele. That right tackle who replaced him got his lunch ate by whoever 45 was. 45 was killing him. I'm not even lying, bro. I seen at least 3 times 45 was just off the first step. On right tackle, back on right tackle. I don't even know his freaking name. Couldn't even get a hand on him. And that is why Dak threw that interception inside the 10, inside R10, because number 45, I don't know his fucking name, came in and swatted at Dak's arm, and he it couldn't get all the power into the throw. We need O-line there. But Jason Peters, he came in and stepped up. He did what he needed to do.
Y'all getting maybe a top 3 tackle in a couple weeks.
Who? Terrence Steele?
No, Tyron Smith. He should be coming.
We get him back next week. Jerry Jones said there's a strong chance he plays versus Jacksonville, which is huge because Josh Allen, oh my gosh, the pass rusher, he's him.
Anya Okoronkwo.
Him. Whatever. He was eating Josh Ball, that's his name. He was taking Josh Ball's lunch.
Dang, Josh Ball. Okay. He got drafted like 2 years ago.
Yeah, he was taking his lunch, eating it right in front of him.
Hey, but Shock, you remember last ep when Mike said if the Cowboys don't win by 30, they frauds?
Yeah, I said that. I said it all the time. I said it all the time, bro. If a team, bro, we were favored. I think this was the biggest point spread out of all the year this year. 17 points? We were favored by 17 points. When you're favored by 17 points, you are bound for some bullshit to happen. I promise you. You can't be favored by that much and actually win by that much.
By your definition, the Cowboys are frauds, though.
We were. Not anymore. We were frauds. I call you frauds by week. Like, you know how Stephen A. had this top 5 list? It's fluid. My fraud list is fluid, man. It can change week by week. We were frauds Sunday.
Right now, though. Until they win it.
Until we beat Jacksonville by 40, we're frauds.
Okay. All right, nah. And them Jacksonville actually good. Trevor Lawrence been really good the past couple weeks, and when he gets
this whole month,
this
whole month,
he's gonna have the Jaguars are gonna have like a lottery pick. They're gonna have one of the top picks. They ain't gonna have a top 10.
They gonna be like top 7. I think it'll be like top 7.
Well, I don't think it will be top 10. They got serious playoff hopes. Like
no, they don't. They're done. There's no way. Bro, there's no way they're catching up with the Titans. I don't care if they beat the Titans. There's no way they're catching up with the Titans. They might get to 7.
No. I'm talking about. But if they make the playoffs, they make it by winning that division. They're not gonna make the 7th seed. They got to win the division to make the playoffs. Titans not really. Bro, Titans is not a team I'm betting on to make the playoffs. I'm gonna still give Jacksonville hope until
rocks in that division. That division is bad.
Ooh.
I would lock them.
Oh, how much? What's the Titans record right now?
Like 7-6.
What's the Jaguars?
And the Jags are like 5-7. Hold on.
It's not impossible.
That would be lit, bro. If the Jags made the playoffs.
Yeah, it's not impossible, bro.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, hold on, let me see because I'm looking at it right now. Hold on. The Titans. Oh shit! The Titans are 7-6, and the Jags are 5-8. So they are 3 games back, I think, or is that 2?
It's really 2 because if they tie up, Jacksonville got the tiebreaker. So it's like
Jacksonville beat them twice.
Wait, did they beat them twice?
Man, if there's one thing I do know is that it was an ugly game, and when good teams or what we think are good teams find a way to win bad games, you have to applaud them.
Yeah.
Because if it hadn't been anybody else, they probably would have rolled over and died like, oh shit, this game's done. But for that last drive, people want to praise Baker Mayfield for that last drive. He got saved by a pass interference on that last drive. Dak Prescott, he was locked in that last drive, man. You can't tell me otherwise.
This man found a way to bring
almost perfect that whole drive.
Hey, I got a question. Is Dak a top 10 quarterback?
Yes.
All right. I'm
about to give you a stat. All right, hear me out. All right, so Dak Prescott, since he's been back, 14 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Patrick Mahomes, since Dak Prescott has been back, 13 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Since Dak has been back, Josh Allen, 9 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Dak Prescott has a 6-1 record. Josh Allen has like a 5-2 record. Patrick Mahomes has a 5-2 record. Why when Dak Prescott has thrown a lot of interceptions, he's thrown a lot of interceptions for only playing 7 games, man. But when Dak does it, nobody has said a word about Josh Allen throwing so many interceptions. Nobody said anything about Patrick Mahomes throwing so many interceptions.
I said something about Josh Allen doing it last weekend. I said something about Josh Allen.
I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about
in general.
The media.
Yeah.
The media as a whole. Nobody wants to talk about that because Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen are like these elite quarterbacks. And yes, they are elite when it comes to arm talent, and I understand that. But like I say, almost every single podcast, when you judge the Cowboys, please keep your criticisms. What's the word I say?
I know what you're saying.
Your criticism.
Be consistent.
If you're going to judge us by one standard, please judge the rest of the quarterbacks by the same standard.
I judge y'all with the same standards. That's why.
Because the media, they act like they would judge if Dak Prescott was God in human form. They would still judge him. They would still be like, oh, he hasn't done this and he hasn't done that.
He's a good quarterback, though. He's a good quarterback.
But what I'm saying is like he could literally be so perfect, but if he has one mess up, one mess up, the media is gonna go crazy and they're gonna take that and run with it. I just want people to stay consistent in their criticism. That's my motto.
Hey, you talking about people being consistent with their criticism. Last episode, you was saying you feel like Justin Herbert is one of the guys who gets more leniency. You know what I mean?
He does, bro. He does.
Hey, what about last night? The Dolphins versus Chargers. He was looking great last night. Hold on. This is the most healthy I've seen him look, and this is the first game this season that Mike Williams and Keenan Allen both finished. Like, this is the first time. That's a crazy stat to me. This is the first game of the season in week 14. Both of them finished the game.
This is an argument that I'm no longer going to include myself in because I don't know which side to take. The Tua versus Justin Herbert debate, I'm going to stay out of it because I don't know which side to go.
Justin Herbert clears. Justin Herbert clears.
Listen. I know that because I seen Justin Herbert make a play. He didn't even see the dude come from behind him. He kind of like pump fake.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my god, that was amazing.
Yeah, I seen
that. I really don't know which side to take. Like I wanted, like some days I take Justin Herbert's side because of the game he played Sunday night, and then sometimes I want to see. I take Tua's side because of because of a game like the 6 touchdown game he had versus the Ravens. That's what I'm saying out of this debate. I'm not gonna judge anybody till it's over. Till both their careers.
It's not a debate, bro.
It's easy for me, bro. If Justin Herbert was on the Dolphins with that coaching staff and that personnel, come on, man.
Yeah, it's not a debate, bro. Like
he's an MVP.
So you switch quarterbacks. Oh my god! If you switch, oh my god, bro. Because if you switch Justin Herbert and Tua right now, Justin Herbert's leading the league in every single.
Hold on. I feel like if you switch, all right. The Dolphins, with their players on the field, like Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, the best scheme for them would be a vertical scheme. You know, and then they have Justin Herbert with the big arm. But the Chargers would fit Tua great because they got a bunch of like intermediate and short options. They got Eckler, Keenan Allen. If Tua ever wants to throw a deep ball, he got Mike. Come on. It's like, I ain't saying Tua a bum, but if you switch teams, I think both, like, switching it fits better for the players.
The Dolphins, they're contenders. Like, they're real contenders.
Yeah.
But the Chargers would never do that, bro.
Nah. It, like, forget the scheme when you got the talent.
Tua, they could offer Tua. They would have to offer so much more besides Tua.
Yeah.
What you mean?
I think but the Chargers, like I say, bro, I don't know how I feel about the Chargers. We need to talk about, do they need to switch up their coaching?
Yeah,
stuff like that. Honestly. Because that coaching staff is turning Justin Herbert into Phillip Rivers. It has to be said.
Nah, that's too soon for that. It's too soon for that, and I also want to be a little fair to the coaching staff because
I don't. They've been there for 2 years. They haven't even sniffed.
Hold on, though. It's not even that though. It's like I just told you. This is the first game this season that Justin Herbert's 2 main weapons, besides Austin Eckler, finished the game. It's like it's always a problem with health. Earlier in the season, it was Justin Herbert's health, and then you got a top 5 left tackle when he was playing out the game, out for the season. It's like it's always something with the Chargers. That's going into the season. We thought this was one of the best rosters, and that roster hasn't been there. That roster hasn't been there. It's like only.
This is what I mean when I say Justin Herbert gets the most excuses. This is what I mean.
Nah, not. It's like they get. It's like I understand. It's
bro. They would be so much better.
It's like that's the thing about the Chargers. It's like they always get excuses, and it's like they be somewhat valid, but it's like, dang, at some point you gotta start getting these injury prone players. You gotta cut them, man, honestly, because like Joey Bosa,
injury problem.
Yeah, Joey Bosa, when he plays, he's a top edge rusher. How many games has he played this season?
I don't know, but they have like the worst medical staff in the NFL. Because if it wasn't for that medical staff almost killing Tyrod Taylor, maybe we wouldn't know what Justin Herbert is actually capable of. We don't know that.
Yeah,
bro. Tyrod had a crazy story on how he got back on the field one day. Oh man, he said like they just gave him. I forgot. I ain't going to speak on it, but I'll look it up. Hey, now we got a shit show to talk about. We got the Giants versus the Eagles, man. Them Eagles go brrr. Man, I did not watch a second of this game, and I am thankful. I was busy. I had finals and work this week, so I didn't even want to watch the highlights. What you said?
48-22.
Yeah. As soon as I saw 48-22, like I usually
144 and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I usually watch the highlights when I can't watch the game. I didn't want to watch these highlights. Like, it was no reason to, bro.
I read through a touchdown.
Mike, did you watch any of this game?
Oh no, I was too busy watching Cowboys almost choke to the Texans.
Yeah.
But I did watch highlights. I watched the highlights and
Dominant.
oh my god, I'm sorry that the Eagles did that to y'all. I apologize from the bottom of my heart, man, because that was just brutal.
I watched every single quarter.
Yeah. But I'll give y'all a pass because y'all don't have y'all don't have DBs. You don't have any offensive weapons. So when you're struggling, y'all are so down bad like the way y'all are, I don't expect anything less. But almost a 50-point game from the Eagles, who probably have the best, most balanced offense in the NFL.
Yeah.
But I will say this: they better not choke in the playoffs.
It's all on Jalen Hurts.
Literally, the only people standing in the way of the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl, and it pains me to say this because I hate the Eagles from the bottom of my goddamn heart.
Is the 49ers?
The only people, the 49ers and the Cowboys, the only two teams standing in the way of the Eagles Super Bowl. And it would suck. It's going to suck watching Jalen Hurts accept the MVP award. It's going to fucking suck watching the Eagles probably win the Super Bowl. That's just going to hurt as a Cowboys fan. But it's just reality. I'm going to have to accept it. The Eagles are probably the best team in the NFL. They're probably the best team in the NFL out the past 5 years, maybe.
Whoa, what?
Yeah,
huh?
I said it. They're probably the best team out of the last 5 years. And you want to know who the only team who are probably better than, more on the same level as them?
Oh, I understand what you're saying. Okay.
The 2017 Eagles. I don't know what it is about the fucking Eagles, man, but I just, like I said, man, it's gonna hurt me watching Jalen Hurts take the MVP and watching them fucking take the Lombardi Trophy back to that dirty ass city called Philadelphia. But
so hold on, you got Jalen Hurts like as your MVP at this moment?
Yes, Jalen Hurts is my MVP, bro.
What about you, Shark?
MVP right now?
Yeah, I if you don't know, I don't know either. So like, you know,
no, I have Jalen Hurts too.
There's only two options because Josh Allen is like.
I want to see Geno Smith.
How does that? Hold on. How does that work? Like when I was saying Jalen Hurts should be MVP, y'all was telling me Patrick Mahomes should be.
It's been too long, bro. And Patrick has been throwing more picks, like Mike said.
But I got Mahomes now.
No, seriously, for me, MVP is between Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow right now. And then
exactly. Yeah, and it's like it's Jalen, Joe Burrow are right here, and Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, they falling.
No, Josh Allen, get his name out of there for me, please. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I mean.
Even after last week's game, I don't care. I got 2 over Josh Allen in MVP.
I don't know. 2 was like 5.
Bro, it was one bad game. It was one bad game.
Tyreek over Tua for MVP.
Hey, I ain't gonna cat. That might not be a bad take. Because you seen Tyreek Hill's touchdown.
His fumble return touchdown.
Bro,
yeah, I seen that. That was a smart play by Teron Armstead. If that was him who like pushed the ball out the pile, that was smart as hell. I don't even know if he's seen Tyreek there because he was like
he got it the right person here. I think Mostert or Wilson fumbled Shock, and then Teron Armstead just knocked the ball away, and Tyreek Hill is the person who scooped it up, and he ran behind everyone and just ran for a touchdown. Like
that's the perfect scenario of right place, right time. He was just at the right place.
It just had to be Tyreek Hill that got the ball. It's crazy.
The W.
It wasn't nobody gonna catch him.
Well,
if 32 on the charge wasn't too busy celebrating, he probably could have. Because he had this back turn to Tyreek and everything. So he probably could have fucking made a play or something, but
Hey, the next game we got is them 49ers, man. Them 49ers against the Bucks. And all right, I was saying that the 49ers and the Bucks are the two teams I trust the most. The Bucks are out of it. After watching this, man,
why would you trust the Bucks?
bro, I'm tired of it.
You probably trust the Steelers more than the Bucks at this point.
I trust the Texans more than the Bucks right now.
It's not necessarily I trusted the Bucks. It's just Tom Brady is what I trusted. Cause like, come on, and how the NFC is looking right now, Tom Brady he's getting home field advantage. Who would they play for first round?
We don't know that. We don't know that.
The Cowboys. It'll be the Cowboys because Cowboys probably gonna be the 5th seed. And
Cowboys gonna be the 5th seed.
Yeah. And it'll be the Bucks. Bro, the Bucks could win that.
The Bucks. It might not be the Bucks because if they keep losing, the Panthers are only one game behind.
Yeah.
The Panthers are 5-8 and the Bucks are 6-7.
The Saints too.
They and the Falcons.
Bro, that division wide open.
It's literally wide open.
That division wide open.
Somebody just finds a way to win.
Bro, it's like they can't even. I don't know, man. It's like I'm slowly, as the season progresses, I'm going lower and lower on the Bucks. But the 49ers, though, I'm going higher and higher on them because the reason I trusted them so much was not because of Jimmy G. That's why my opinions on them ain't really changing that much. Jimmy G isn't the reason I had the 49ers going as far as they were.
It was the defense.
It was the defense and the weapons.
Just the scheme.
And the scheming. Like, bro, they got Brock Purdy out here looking Purdy. Hey, no homo.
Well, Brock Purdy's no bum, bro. He's no bum. He started all 4 years at Iowa State. He's no Mr. Irrelevant. He probably should have been taken over. Not gonna say Kenny Pickett, Desmond Ritter, or freaking.
How would you even think?
Malik Willis? Huh?
Why would you even think to say that?
No, but
because Kenny Pickett should have been drafted in the first round either.
Honestly, on a serious note, if Malik Willis was drafted to the 49ers, he might.
Nice. If Kenny Pickett was in our game, we would have blown them out. I'm serious.
Nah, but imagine like, Malik Willis
in a Ravens Steelers game. A blowout is a 2-score win. We would have blown them out.
I don't know about that.
We definitely would have won by 2 scores. We would have won by 2 scores. 10 points. We would have blown them out. If they had the third string guy in, bro, he never threw a pass. He's an undrafted rookie free agent.
Who?
Anthony Brown.
Oh, Anthony Brown. I remember him at Oregon.
He's cool, bro. I like him.
Yeah. Tyler Huntley. Didn't play with Tyler Huntley.
Injured.
Holy shit, man. The Ravens and the Chargers have like the worst medical staff in the NFL.
Hey, but at the same time, it's like it's somewhat they scheme too. Like they quarterbacks take a lot of hits. Like Lamar,
bro, he would run, dude. It was bound to happen. It was like the first half, he would just roll out or it'd be a designed run play, and he would literally never slide.
Yeah,
he was never slide.
Yeah.
We were smoking him every single time.
Yeah,
he's a quarterback.
I don't know what it is about running quarterbacks and not wanting to slide. Like Josh Allen, he's not gonna be able to do this much longer. If
that's what I'm saying. I literally be saying that. Josh Allen rather truck someone to get an extra yard than slide for his career. I don't get. Someone got to tell him that.
You know what it is? He's thinking about an NFL 100 or whatever that is, the Legends, like highlights. They're gonna play that. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my gosh!"
Nah,
yeah, but
I think
but he can really walk like Earl Campbell. Earl Campbell's in a fucking wheelchair.
He's like,
I like it. I like it, but I don't. I feel like
I just like that. It's not for my quarterback. And like that, and I can see. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I can see why NFL teams aren't willing to take a chance on
Lamar Jackson
quarterbacks,
yeah.
like Lamar Jackson type quarterbacks. I understand that. I understand why.
Out of him, you can't coach the run out. You can't be like, "Oh, slide." They'll be like, "Yeah, I'll slide." Then the game comes, and they're just like, "No,
yeah, we're just, yeah."
That's
why I understand why NFL's teams aren't willing to do that.
If Josh Allen runs how he runs in the playoffs, I love it. But in the regular season, bro, don't take those hits. We need you in the playoffs. You feel me? It's like he taking unnecessary hits for an extra yard in the regular season. In the playoffs, if you want to do that for an extra yard, I ain't gonna complain.
But I would say playoffs and like rivalry games, and that's it.
Not even rivalry games, bro.
I would say
rivalry games.
I don't care about no rivalry.
I would say rivalry games.
I don't care about no rivalry if they ain't in the playoffs. Man, they bums. They ain't no rivals.
I feel like you'll get more flowers.
The Chiefs in the regular season. play like a playoff game.
For who?
For home field advantage. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That I understand. Yeah.
But I feel like if you are playing like the playoff game, you get more. Like they'll be like, oh my gosh, he's putting his body on the line for the playoffs. Like bro, it's a regular season. You have 17 games. Like bro, save yourself for the playoffs. I ain't gonna say like don't do whatever to help your team win, but like
you helping your team win by being on the field.
That's his job.
Yeah. He gonna help his team by being on the field. He ain't gonna help his team by taking hits.
That's what Buffalo needs. That's where they need to go. Hell, they need Bijan Robinson. If the Bills get Bijan Robinson, they're deadly. They're crazy good.
I like another receiver for the Bills. Actually, nah. I don't. The Bills but just get O-line, honestly.
Right, get a running back.
MVP.
What you said?
You said Brock Purdy Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, man.
This guy's crazy,
bro. Somebody got to win the 49ers.
If the Niners went to the bowl, he could win it though, for real.
That would be fucking ridiculous. That would be crazy. But I don't see that.
It'd be like Carson. Not Carson Wentz.
Right, I'm ready to talk about Baker though. Like
Let's talk about the drive of the century that the media is portraying. This is the best drive of all time by Baker Mayfield. He walked down 90 yards in only 2 days of preparation. Shock. What you got to say about that?
What I have to say about this is Baker's next up in LA. He's not going to Arizona like you said. He's the next franchise quarterback for the Rams. Just think about Baker, bro. On Cleveland. In Cleveland, he was doing all those commercials, and everyone's like, "Oh, the best thing about Baker is his commercials, not him as a quarterback." It's a perfect place for him to be. He's gonna transition to being a movie star in LA, bro.
It's possible though that he stays.
It's just too perfect, bro. 48 hours. I've never heard of that. And he comes in and wins the game. It was like a what is it? Like a Hollywood
script
to that,
like
that game, bro. Yeah. It was beautiful. It was poetic.
Baker staying on the Rams is really possible because to end off the season he ends it strong. You know, he builds a relationship with the coaching staff. They got a scheme that fits him also.
Yeah.
Another thing is he might be promised the starting job because Matthew Stafford, he got a neck injury. Like you were saying earlier, Mike, these head, neck injuries, you got to be very careful with them. Stafford may miss the first couple weeks next season. What's up?
Matt Stafford in his career playing with the Lions has gotten so beat up, and he's got his ring. Why? Like
he's got his money. Hell, if I'm him, I'm retiring. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, like is that crazy to say? Like he might just retire and let.
It's crazy to say. You got to remember. He just signed an extension last season. He won all that cheap.
Nothing. That means nothing. You think Aaron Rodgers finna stay? You think
he is.
Aaron Rodgers is done.
I think Rodgers staying.
Like seriously though, if the Rams if they're not like a contender next season, that could be Matt's last year, and then Baker.
Yeah. They're not contenders next season yet.
And Baker has the talent to be a good quarterback, and he's never really had a goated coach to play. Like this is like Sean McVay is like the cream of the crop, type of coach, an elite coach.
Don't forget he had Kevin Stefanski.
That's not
what did they do? He's not Sean McVay, but what did they do his first year? Kevin Stefanski's first year in Cleveland.
I mean,
they went to the playoffs.
I'm not worried about that, bro.
A lot of
they were 11-5. They went to the playoffs, bro. In a first year head coach, that's rare. That's not heard of.
Oh, I thought you were trying to talk trash because they beat us in the playoffs.
Oh, no.
First year head coach.
And they played well. He played well.
Yeah, he played great. It was more of the defense. I ain't gonna lie. The defense and Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
That's why they won that playoff game.
That's the Rams. They got Jalen Ramsey, who's going to go to safety, and then they got Aaron Donald.
Don't be naming Jalen Ramsey like that again. I'm sorry.
He's going to be an elite safety. Watch.
If he ever, bro. I think his ego's too big to move to safety, even though he definitely should.
There's no way, bro.
Hey, could you check? Is Jalen Ramsey on the expiring deal?
You got Charles Woodson. You got Rod Woodson. They paved the path for that. Why would he be? Yeah. Why was the ego be too big to move to safety?
And I mean, like he was playing slot a lot. He was playing the slot a lot and stuff. I feel like it's possible. But
I think he's only 20. But he's only 28 though.
Only 28. It's perfect.
Yeah, that's corner though. That's corner age, bro. Corner's age.
Yeah, no, Jalen Ramsey is locked in through. Well, not locked in, but he kind of. Oh, he can. They can get rid of him after next year.
So that means he got an extension over the offseason after the Super Bowl. Yeah.
If they get rid of him, I want the Steelers to sign him.
He was already on a big contract from Jacksonville, I think.
Yeah, but he got an extension. He got an extension for sure.
He did get an extension. It was a couple years ago. I think it was like 2 years ago. He got it.
I don't know.
He got the extension though.
They're gonna be able to play defense. They're gonna let Baker play action, throw it deep, roll out, do what he does best. I think he's. I really think he's gonna be the next quarterback for them, and they could be a contender with him.
It wouldn't be.
I'm gonna get off topic real quick. It's gonna take like 5 seconds. I really wish the Cowboys would have drafted him, like as we said we were gonna fucking do.
Oh, Ramsey
just drafted, yeah. Because Jalen Ramsey said that he was, and I'm an athlete. I think it was the Pick podcast. He said the Cowboys told him we're gonna draft you, and what did we do? We fucking take Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, dude.
When we got Derrick Henry in the next fucking round, you know when we take the second round.
You can't say that though, bro. Like it's crazy how
you drafted him. I'm just like keeping it a buck. Y'all would have had a bowl by now,
bro. Yes, if we drafted, we would have won the 2016 year. We would have got Derrick Henry, who is one of the best running backs right now.
No, don't say Derrick Henry. That's crazy.
In the NFL, and then we had the best cornerback in the NFL. Like, bro, we would have a Super Bowl by now. We might not have drafted Dak. Who knows? We probably would have, but we never know.
Yeah.
But
if you also drafted Dak, if you want,
it was the same draft. Y'all would have got it,
and then ended up getting Dak.
Really, that's what I'm saying.
That sounds like a perfect world to me.
But also,
it could happen.
Tony as well. Still, he didn't get injured before that.
Yeah, but
he did. Yeah, he did.
We could say that
Derrick Henry. If we would have drafted Derrick Henry in the second round, Jalen Ramsey in the first round, like we said we was going to. Who knows? The possibilities are fucking endless.
Bro, we could say that about literally every single NFL team because every single team passed. Every single team passed up on Derrick Henry at least once.
Going running back top 5 is insane.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, but no, you're not supposed to do that. Like, this isn't the 1980s or the 90s when running backs are like literally the MVP of their team. This is the 2000s, but the 2010s. Nobody values running backs like that because they can be replaced just like that. You see Tony Pollard just step in for Zeke, and he had 3 touchdowns when Zeke got hurt. He had like 140 and 3 touchdowns. That's how easily replaceable running backs are.
Yeah, Zeke. But that Zeke draft, it was like that was around the time people started like getting away from running backs in the top picks. I think was Josh Jacobs.
Because the next year,
Josh Jacobs
running backs went in the first round, went in the first 10 picks.
Yeah, but it happens way less now though. Like that's what I mean. Like it don't happen.
Like this year, no running back went in the first round.
Yeah.
The first one, I think was Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, and last year it should have. Last year, the only reason the running back went in the first is because some stupid team drafted some guy. But after that, nobody really drafts running backs.
Oh, did you just say that? I heard you. He said that.
Who drafted a running back first round last year?
Y'all with Najee Harris.
That wasn't last year.
It was last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like 2021 last year.
Oh.
Yeah, he said that. I didn't, by the way.
Yeah, running. Wait, actually, NTN went in the first also.
How are we gonna get him in the second, bro? How would we have gotten him in the second?
Y'all wouldn't have. Y'all could have just got an O lineman. Well, let's just say Creed Humphrey. Y'all get Creed Humphrey.
You know what? To be honest, bro, I love Najee, but we should have gotten Creed because our O line, bro, our center play. It's not that I don't love Najee. I love Najee, but like, man, we need a center, bro.
Like I was doing mock drafts, and every single mock, I literally locked Creed to the Steelers. I was like, bro, this is a lock, right? It is what? Did he fall to the second or third round somehow?
To the second,
bro. He's so good. And if we would have gotten Creed Humphrey, I think Ben would not be retired right now.
And then another thing is though, y'all could have got a running back in the next round. Who y'all could have got?
I don't know. I don't want to go down that hole. I love Najee though, and I love Kenny Pickett. And we're just gonna get a goated center this draft. So,
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Mike. Thank you for listening to the Up the Score Show. If you want to keep up with us and keep up with all our posts, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Up the Score Show. That's at Up the Score Show. And yeah, thank y'all for watching. Let's get back into the episode.
Hey, now we're going to get into our top 3 defensive player of the year so far as of week 14. Hey, we're going to start from number 3 to 1. At number 3, I got Matthew Judon. He's tied for number 1 in sacks so far this season. The Patriots have been one of the best defensive units in all of football. I know a lot of that goes to Bill Belichick, but I got it. Come on, he's leading the league in sacks, and okay, Shark, he's scaring me. He's leading the league in sacks, and he also is on one of the top defenses. Who you got at number 3, Shark?
Nick Bosa.
What is then?
He's leading the league in sacks. Like you said, he's tied for the league lead in sacks, and he's on a very good defense as well. And that's a pretty similar reason. But that's why I have him at number 3. Nick Bosa.
Matt Judon is my number 3, only because Matt Judon is my number 3 because of the defense he's in. And he never plays line like. Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all know who my 1 is. I'm not gonna say it yet. Pretty sure y'all know, but I got Matt Judon at 3 because he might as well be a defensive end. Like he might as well be a right end, or he puts his hands in the dirt damn near he rushes almost every single play, and that's why he's my number 3, because he doesn't have the impact of the other 2 people.
All right, Mike, who you got at 2?
Who I have at 2?
Yeah,
my number 2 is Nick Bosa. Man, when I tell you Nick Bosa, he's a monster, and coming out of Ohio State, I really loved him. But hold on, but he's number 2 because of the fact that he does lead the league in sacks, and he is one of the most impactful, game-changing, game-breaking players on defense. And when you have an impact like that, I mean, you're always going to be in that debate of the 1 and 2 best defensive players in the league, just like Aaron Donald was for all these years. Just I don't know what the hell happened this year. Like, where the fuck is he?
All right, so who you got at 2?
Number 2, I have Micah Parsons. He's got 12-something sacks, 3 forced fumbles. I love forced fumbles and a defensive touchdown. So it's hard not to put him at number 1, but he's like 1B to me right now.
Yeah,
he could definitely be number 1.
Same for me. He's like 1B. At number 2, I got Michael Parsons also. It's really hard not to put him number 1 because the Cowboys have a top defense in the league. He's the leader of that defense. But it's just another guy. And that's just what it comes down to. And that other guy for me is Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa is leading the league in sacks. He has the most QB hits. He has one of the best pressure rates. He's leading the number 1 defense. It's like the reason I'm so high on the 49ers is a big part is their defense. He is maybe the best player on that team. He has his quarterback on that field is Brock Purdy, and he is the main reason that the 49ers only allow 15 points per game. Like, the reason that they can have Brock Purdy go out there and win games is because they only allow like 15 points. Brock Purdy don't got to do that much because of a big part of that is Nick Bosa. And I don't got nothing else to say. Nick Bosa.
That's facts.
We're kind of flip flop because I actually have Matt Judon at number 1 right now for me. I just feel like he's been so consistent, like over the course of the season. He's just been racking up sacks over the whole season on a defense that probably is playing more. Yo, relax. Probably playing.
I don't even think about that.
Is on a defense that's probably playing more run defense than the Cowboys and than the 49ers, and he's still racking up sacks, still leading the league. So I find that really impressive. He's not on as good of a team. For some reason, that just resonates with me as like, oh, he's still producing that much on a slightly worse team. So, yeah, Matt Judon's my defensive player of the year right now.
All right. We're going to end it off with Mike.
Defensive player of the year? Obvious. It's Michael Parsons. I'm not going to hop off Michael Parsons train yet. I never will. He's a fucking cowboy. Why would I do that? But, I as a Cowboys fan, I have to be objective. I'm probably the most objective Cowboys fan. I might be a little biased here and there, but just talking objectively, he hasn't made a play in 2 weeks. He didn't make a play versus the Colts, and he didn't make a play against the Texans. Two of the worst O lines, and if you really want to eat, like if you really like wanted to show your dominance, those are the two games where you go out and show how dominant you really are. And he didn't do that. But I still feel like he's still my defensive player of the year, strictly because of the fact that he impacts the game in more ways than one. He isn't strictly a pass rusher. He plays linebacker when he has to, and he has more of a that like I said, he just doesn't play one position. You can damn near put him wherever on the field as you want to. He's like a chess piece. You can put him wherever. You can put him on pass rush. You might even play linebacker. You can drop him in coverage.
I think last year
he's great wherever.
I think last year something wild to me was I think they even played him at slot corner. Not a bunch.
He played slot corner because I remember one play. It was against the Giants. He went up against, I think it was Kenny Galladay, and played solid defense.
I think it was against the Giants because I remember that. I was watching like, what is Micah doing there, locking up my wide receiver one, bro? Like, come on, tighten up. I don't like seeing that. Hey, Micah is
I remember that.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, he impacts the game in more ways than one, bro.
Yeah.
And that's why he's still my defensive player of the year.
It's so...
He needs to lock in these last couple games where he needs to get his head out of his ass and make some plays. But he hasn't done anything.
It's so hard not giving Micah number one because he's also likable. He's maybe believe it or not, Trayvon Diggs is maybe my favorite Cowboy. Like, dude, yeah, it's like just because I call him a top 3 corner, it's like apparently I'm a hater. But hey, whatever. But him and Micah are the only things I like on the Cowboys. Like everything else I hate. Yeah, I'm a Cowboys hater.
How do you not like Tony Pollard or CD? How do you not like CD Lamb, bro? What do you mean?
Actually, CD Lamb cool.
I just seen the stat, bro. Justin Jefferson is 455 yards away from breaking Calvin Johnson's all-time receiving record. Oof. And I think we have like 4 or 5 games.
But I hate doing it, but it's an extra game. You feel me? Like
that's not his fault.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
It doesn't take away anything from him. It's just, I don't know why they had the extra game. I don't fuck with it, but
I think Calvin had got that record and missed like 2 games too, bro.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, you know what helped him? You know what helped him though? I think that was that 329-yard game year that he had against the Cowboys. He had like 14 catches, 329 yards, and they won just by this much.
All right, we get a little off track now. Let's get into it. Hey, let's get into our start bench cut. Mike, you may as well go first. Who start bench cut? We got Bosa, TJ Watt, and Micah Parsons.
Okay, this is going. I just gave him all types of praise for being my number one, but I'm going backwards. I'm gonna cut TJ Watt. I'm sorry, I just have to. He just can't stay healthy. Seems like he can't stay healthy, man. Gotta cut TJ Watt. I just gave Micah Parsons all this praise for being impactful in more ways than one. I'm gonna bench Micah Parsons because of the fact he only had sacks in 6 of the games this year. He only had sacks in 6 games, and in those games he has 2 sacks a game. And both of them, I'm gonna start Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa is just, I can almost guarantee a sack out of him every game. And that's why I'm going to start Nick Bosa, bench Micah Parsons, cut TJ Watt.
Hey, I'm going to go. Shock, you go.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
All right. So, as you guys know, the best ability is availability. However, in this hypothetical, all 3 of these players are available, and one of them is the reigning defensive player of the year. Also, tied for the all-time lead in sacks in a season. Last season,
he should have won it. They hold him. They give him that half.
Yeah,
right. They should have. While winning defensive player of the year. Plus, out of all 3 of these guys, he's got the best hands too. It's verified. We can put on the game film.
I've already not seen. I know what you mean.
There is no way. If we're getting healthy players out of all 3 of one of these, I'm cutting TJ Watt. I'm going to start TJ Watt for sure. He's starting. So then it just leaves me between Nick Bosa and Michael Parsons. And at that point, I love athletes, so I have to cut Nick Bosa.
And you gonna bench Michael Parsons?
And yeah, Michael Parsons bench, but TJ Watt's starting.
But dude, it is hypothetical. I thought we were just going off now. It was fully healthy. My list wouldn't have changed.
What if TJ Watt, bro? What if TJ Watt's injured, but you still want to do the same thing as TJ Watt? Are you gonna start him when he's injured? All right, look, right now, fine. He's minor. He's banged up right now. He's playing. Steelers 1-6 without TJ Watt this season.
Yes, I know that.
Without him getting really any sacks, he has like 1 sack this season, 2 picks. We're 4-2 with him playing. TJ Watt starting. It's huge to me. He's a winner, man.
For my start bench cut, I'm gonna start Nick Bosa. I'm benching Michael Parsons, and TJ Watt is getting cut. Like it's hard for me. It's hard to bench. It's hard for me to cut TJ, but he barely plays, bro. Like you just said, they're 1-6 without him. That means he's missed 7 games.
1 injury.
He's missed 7 games.
He tore his pec. He literally. This is an injury most people miss the whole season on. He tore his pec, and now he's back, and we've gone 4-2 with him.
I'm not saying he sucks.
I'm not understanding how you do that.
Yeah,
so
I don't know, dude. TJ is a demon. I'll even tell you that those years that Aaron Donald won Defensive Player of the Year, I personally had TJ. I understand how good TJ is. Yeah. TJ has. He must have at least had like 3 of them things almost. But I'm cutting him, bro. Like he don't play that, bro. I feel like he's always hurt. I know you say that he's not, but I don't. As someone who don't really keep up with the Steelers, every time I put on a Steelers game, which is maybe only like 4 times a year, I don't see TJ play, bro. Like he's always just is always.
TJ Watt. Y'all know who could have had him?
The Cowboys.
But
you know who we drafted instead of TJ Watt?
Taco Charlton.
Yeah. Where's Taco Charlton now?
Formerly a Steeler.
Who the fuck knows?
On the Steelers the last season.
Crazy. I don't even know who that is.
I don't know, bro.
TJ Watt and Derrick Henry. That's a Super Bowl. And Micah Parsons. And Trayvon.
Yeah.
Nah, we can't say that though, because you gotta remember TJ went like pick 28. Every single team passed up on him. We can say that about every single team.
That's why I said that, because we went pick 27. That's what
who you got at? Wait, was that guy an edge rusher at 27?
We drafted Taco Charlton at 27.
Is he an edge rusher?
At pick 27. Yeah, he was an edge rusher.
That's why I said that. Y'all suck.
I remember. I got a Cowboys friend. I got a couple Cowboys fan friends after the draft. They're like, "Oh yeah, what do you think about the TJ Watt pick?" Personally, we like Taco way more, but how do you feel about it? I'm like, yeah, I like the TJ Watt pick, bro. I mean, it's the bloodline,
I never hung with Taco Charlton until they drafted him. Never. I was like, Taco Charlton, who the fuck is that? I had to go look him up, and I was like, bro, this guy looks mid as hell.
He's got a good thing, though.
Then when I looked at, he had a good celebration when he did make a play. He would give everybody tacos. That's a cool fucking selling. But when you don't make plays and you don't have enough chances to get people tacos, nobody cares.
Them boys lead the game hungry, boy. No taco.
Man, I don't know why we would do such a thing like draft him. But hindsight's 2020,
Yeah, I feel you.
We can say what we should have done, what we would have done after it had already panned out, and what you did was successful, and what you did failed, and what you didn't do was successful. So,
hey, we're gonna get into our weekly pick'ems now. We're gonna start it off with the 49ers versus Seahawks. Who y'all? I got the 49ers coming out with that. Who y'all got?
Yeah, that seems pretty obvious. I got the 49ers. They're also the Panthers, by the way. They're also the Panthers last week.
And they're gonna bounce back right here. Everyone's expecting the Niners to win because they blew out Tom Brady. Even the Niners will. Brock Purdy's gonna be hyped up on himself. Gino's gonna come out and not gonna answer the phone call of the haters. Man, he's gonna.
I hope he doesn't answer the phone. I want him to just keep pressing decline.
Yeah,
but the 49ers are also gonna press decline because we're not gonna let them win. I want the 49ers. Get the 49ers.
All right, we got the Colts versus the Vikings. I got the Vikings.
Trap game. Yeah, I'm going with the Vikings though.
Yeah, the Vikings for sure, bro. For sure.
Hey, Gilmore matching up against Jettas is a good matchup that I'm gonna actually tune in to see next week.
Can I ask me a question, bro?
What's up?
Why is nobody still giving Trayvon Diggs praise for locking up Jettis? Nobody's giving him praise still.
They won't, bro.
I give him credit.
I don't know if they won't do it.
I mean,
You know what? If Jets win a bowl, they will. They'll look back and say, "Hey, remember when he locked up Jettas? Oh, we were all talking about that."
No, they won't. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna tell you. They're gonna say, "Oh, the Cowboys won the Super Bowl, but did the Cowboys get lucky winning the Super Bowl? Did we?" You know what they're gonna bring up? They're gonna bring up our path to the Super Bowl. Cause say we play the Buccaneers and we beat them, and then just say by some stroke of luck somebody upsets the Eagles and we play them in the NFC Championship game and we beat them. They're gonna be like, "Oh, did the Cowboys get lucky in their path to the Super Bowl and shit like that?"
They might do that. They might do that.
I'm not gonna lie though, like, bro, our world don't revolve around Trayvon Diggs, man. That's just what it comes down to. Like,
No, that's not what I'm doing.
That's fair.
That's fact. But I just want people to give him credit for locking down the best wide receiver in the game.
the second best, but I gave him credit for locking up the second best wide receiver in the game.
Don't say Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill.
It's not Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill. But it's a 1A 1B though. It's Jettas and Tyreek Hill is just scheme dependent at this point. It's like
no, the fuck he's not.
No, I'm saying the scheme. I'm saying the scheme dependent on who you pick.
No, it's not, bro. If you swap, Justin Jefferson's numbers are still the same.
If you swap,
Tyreek, yeah, if you swap quarterbacks,
Tyreek Hill's numbers are still the same.
Huh?
I mean, we see. I mean, going last season, people was calling for Tua jog. People, bro, Ryan Fitzpatrick will play over Tua. Tyreek Hill comes in. Tua's an MVP conversations. He might not still be in it. He may not still be in it. But come on, Ryan Fitzpatrick was just starting over that man.
It's also coaching. It all comes down to coaching. But I'm not talking about coaching none of that. I'm talking about just switch quarterbacks. Justin Jefferson's numbers are pretty much the same. That's why I'll take Justin Jefferson over Tyreek Hill.
Are they both the top two?
Yeah,
It's 1 and 2. Yeah. Now, I don't know about that, but they both the top two receivers. I ain't gonna get too into that. Shock, did you pick someone for the Colts Vikings?
Yeah, I got the Vikings.
All right, I also got the Vikings, and Mike got the Vikings. Now we got the Ravens versus the Browns.
That's a trap game.
I'm going Browns strictly because is Lamar playing?
I'm going Browns too, bro, because the Ravens aren't that good, bro. We fumbled the bag so bad. That was our worst loss of the season, in my opinion.
Bro, I just thought about something.
We fumbled.
I thought about what happened. TikTok deleted James Dro's account.
Who?
The dude was like, Bengals, what happened? They deleted his account, bro.
What happened with
You
this?
don't know that guy?
Oh, that guy, yeah. Why?
Yeah, I have no clue. I don't know why they took it down. I have no idea. Just RP. No, they did. TikTok deleted it. Fucking sucks. But I'm gonna miss him. You know, I hope he makes another one.
I don't know what that's about, but hey, I got the Ravens.
You're lying.
I got the Ravens.
I got the Browns. I mean, if Lamar plays, I still got the Browns.
It's like y'all talking about some if Lamar plays, if that way.
Nah. I said if Lamar plays, the Browns are winning. If Lamar doesn't play, the Browns are winning.
But like y'all, that's what I'm saying. Y'all bringing up Lamar. Lamar don't matter. Deshaun Watson is playing. Deshaun Watson is playing. It don't matter. They lose.
What do you mean doesn't matter?
That's what I keep saying. The Browns are going to win that game.
Deshaun Watson is playing. They're losing. Jacoby Brissett has been better than Deshaun Watson this season.
Deshaun Watson played 2 games.
I know. I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna judge him as a quarterback. I'm not gonna judge him as a quarterback entirely. Like Deshaun Watson, I'm not judging him off of anything this season. He's just getting his feet wet with his team. I got the Ravens.
Well, the NFL should have done, but they should have just suspended him for the whole entire year.
Yeah, but they gotta make some money and let him play against the Texans. Now we got this a hard one. We got the Dolphins versus the Bills. Bro, it's a couple hard games, bro. Like, I'm gonna pick on the spot.
The Bills are winning, bro. It's not.
Yeah, it's in Buffalo this time, so the Bills are gonna win this game.
I also got the Bills.
Yeah.
I also got the Bills, but it's not that easy, bro.
It won't be that easy. You want to know why the Bills lost last time? It's because there was a 30-degree difference in sidelines.
Yeah, that
Like,
no. We are not going to do that, bro. All right. No. Hold on. Let me talk, Mike. The past 5 years when the Dolphins sucked, no one cared about that home court advantage. Now that they're a decent team, it's like y'all looking for. Oh my god! Look at their opponents. Look at their opponents sweating.
Bro, you're taking a team from the north where it snows almost damn near every day for 3 months during the winter. It's always negative damn near.
You right.
But it's just a team who's in the heat constantly.
Yep.
It's fucking 90 degrees all the time in Florida.
You know what? I agree with every single thing you just said.
Okay, so why are you not agreeing that? All right, do you know how Florida's the Dolphin Stadium is built?
Yeah.
It's not, the sunlight is directly on the opposing side.
Yeah.
Bro, nobody's just now bringing that up. People have been talking about that.
I love it. I love that home field advantage. And
it's a great home field advantage, but that's what I'm saying. When you are in the middle of in the middle of summer, and there's a 30-degree difference between sidelines. Have you ever played outside when it was 2 degrees? You get tired faster. You start sweating more. You have to keep yourself hydrated. And you play outside when it was 80 degrees.
Yeah, I feel
you get tired and a lot less faster. So that plays a huge difference. Miami, they're going to lose this game. It's not even going to be close.
And you know it's going to be a big, not a big part, but you know it's going to help the Bills beat in Miami.
The cold.
Yep.
The cold.
Yep.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
Let someone from Florida go to New York. A lot of them don't even see snow. Like I've never seen snow in my life.
You're lying.
I've never seen snow in my life.
That's crazy.
Bro, I've never seen a lick of snow in my life. You know how cold this snow sounds? Bro, it's the middle of December. You're taking a bunch of people in Miami to it has possibility to snow during that game. No matter what, it's gonna. How cold is it up?
It's gonna be cold.
Yeah,
let's check the weather.
It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold, regardless.
All right.
It's currently 30 degrees in Buffalo right now.
Bro, in Florida right now it's 80. Like, come on, that's a crazy difference, bro.
Exactly. That's what I mean. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I was saying. That's how the Dolphins, got the advantage over the Bills.
Hey, but it's whatever though. That's home field advantage. We got the Eagles versus the Bears now. This is a wash.
Holy shit! This is Philadelphia. I was hoping y'all would do something last week.
I'll be so sick if the Bears win. We have their pick, bro. I'm taking the Eagles, but I would be so sick.
Yeah, we not gonna talk about that. This is another good game.
The Giants would do something, but we see how that turns out.
Yeah, all right. Hey, this is another good game to me. We got the Lions versus the Jets.
The Lions have real playoff aspirations.
Thank you.
Lions are winning. Thank you. Lions win. Go Steelers.
Hey, we got a top 10 offense in the Lions against a top 10 defense in the Jets.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to scoring, and the Jets offense really don't score like that. So I'm gonna go Lions. I'm choosing the Lions.
Damn, bro.
Yeah,
this is a hard one. I'm gonna go with the Lions. I just switched it on the spot. I'm gonna go with the Lions. Now we got the Steelers versus the Cardinals. I say Steelers versus the Cardinals. We got the Steelers versus the Panthers.
I'm going. Oh my god, this is a good game. Sure, I'm gonna pick last. Y'all pick first.
Watt's playing. We don't know if Kenny's playing, so you guys got to know.
Bruh.
That doesn't matter. I don't care who's playing.
Hey, Mike, what'd you say?
I'm picking the Cardinals. I mean, not the Cardinals, the Panthers.
Hey, Mike, what you be saying?
What, any given Sunday?
Nah, I hope this shit end at a time, bro.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, really? Oh, this shit. I really got this is a game I really hope ends in the top, bro. Because this is worthy of the top.
Hey, bro, if Kenny Pickett, I promise you, Sean, if Kenny Pickett did not get that concussion, I would have had the Steelers. But, like, is he playing?
I don't know.
If Kenny Pickett plays, I got the Steelers. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go with the Steelers. TJ Watt playing right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Steelers. I'm gonna go
with the Panthers. I'm gonna go with the Panthers, though.
That was a hard pick.
You already know who I have. You don't even ask.
Yeah, we know.
I got the Steelers.
All right, now we got another sweep. We got the Chiefs versus the Texans. We'll talk about
my God, Chiefs.
Yeah,
I kind of feel bad because the Texans. Y'all remember when they blew a 24-point lead?
Yeah.
Ended up losing by like 30 something or 20 something. Yeah, that was tough. I want the Chiefs. This should be an easy game.
Playoffs, right? That was a playoff.
Yeah.
Playoff divisional champion division game.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson and D Hop is good.
That was the year that the Chiefs won the bowl.
Yeah, that was the Texans' last hope. That was their last chance with that core.
Yeah, it was.
Now we got the Falcons versus the Saints. This has number 4 seed on the line potentially.
Yeah, it does. It does. So that's why I'm going Saints. I'm going with the Saints because we seen. I'm not gonna say we seen what they did to the Buccaneers, but it seems like the Saints just always kind of have the Buccaneers number, and they always have a great defense. So I'm going Saints. You know, I want the Falcons to win, and I don't want to see the Buccaneers in the playoffs. Because it's Tom Brady, and you never know what happens. So I'm pulling for the Buccaneers to lose every game.
No. This is the Falcons versus the Saints.
I know. I know that. I'm telling you, I want the Falcons. What the fuck am I saying? Give me the Falcons, bro. I need them to beat I need them to start winning. Give me the Falcons.
I got the Saints because the Falcons' decision at quarterback is obviously because they selling. Like they want a higher pick. Marcus Mariota was doing cool, and now they got.
What are they gonna do with it?
Yeah, but if they wanted to win this season, I feel like Mariota was the best option. And now to end off the season, they got Desmond Ridder gonna be playing as they starting quarterback. I feel like that's just them experimenting. I feel like they don't care about this season. While the Saints
winning, bro. I got Falcons too.
Can we be honest right now? Can we just be honest, bro? This draft class for quarterbacks was complete ass.
Oh, it wasn't. We have Kenny. He's really good, bro. Like you're capping right now.
It was.
I'm so serious. This quarterback, bro.
One of
these rookie quarterbacks have the potential to get replaced. Like somebody could really get replaced by somebody.
He's our franchise quarterback.
I mean, they you saying replaced? They not even starting. Kenny's the only guy.
I mean, somebody could come in and like.
Oh yeah.
Take quarterback too.
Yeah, like if Bryce Young somehow was there, Falcons taking that.
Yeah.
Not Kenny.
Yeah. Steelers is the only one that's gonna lock in with they got. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think it's the right decision, but it's the decision.
Oh, it is. He's nice. Trust.
Hold on. What has this draft class produced the most cornerbacks so far? Because Darius Finley also
receivers.
But we can say that about every draft. I don't even count that no more.
Corners then. Corners.
Yeah, it has been.
Oh, Woolen also. Woolen, Darius Finley, Sauce. Yeah, it's corners.
Jack Jones has been pretty solid.
On the Patriots.
Yeah,
it's corners. It's corners. All right, now we got the Dallas Cowboys versus the Jaguars. This has trap potential.
It does not. I'm gonna stop. What I'm gonna stop doing is I'm gonna stop saying if we don't win by so much because, like I said, any given Sunday.
Next week, bro. You already said by 40. You gotta wait till next week.
Fuck, I did say that.
Another week. If you guys don't win by 40.
Honestly, though, all jokes aside, this has serious trap potential. I'm sorry, Mike. I'm not even just coming at the Cowboys.
You know why? You know why it doesn't? Because even though Michael Parsons hasn't made a play in 2 weeks, everybody else in the defensive line will. DeMarcus Lawrence, when we needed to make a play, he made like 2 massive plays almost in a row. So even though like our D line is so deep and that O line of Jacksonville is not that great, I feel like we can feast. You know, and that's why I don't see trap game at all. So Cowboys, obviously.
I agree with you. I got the Cowboys, but the reason I said it's possible is the same reason I had the Jaguars as the trap game of the week, and they ended up winning.
Yeah, they did.
I feel like the Cowboys go off their run game.
But there's one thing we can say about the Cowboys. It is when we don't have, like, when there's no rhythm. Because if there's one thing I've seen is that Dak Prescott is a hurry up quarterback. Like when on that last drive, when we need to speed shit up, he was locked in.
Yeah, I
It
feel
was
you.
because we had a rhythm going. And so Dak Prescott, like we need to implement something to get Dak going. Like because when you like are taking 25, 30 seconds to run a play, that takes that, kind of wears down a little bit because
Yeah,
it's
I feel
like
you. I feel
you're
you.
not doing. It's hard to explain, but y'all,
Yeah,
I
I feel.
feel
I
what I'm
feel.
saying.
Hey, Shock, who you got for this game?
The Cowboys seems like a pretty obvious pick to me.
About 40 over frauds.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, this has trap potential. So, what if y'all lose?
Then on to the next. On to Philadelphia, I think.
This
If
is
y'all lose, are y'all like just genuine frauds for good this season?
No, heck no.
Okay.
Because we all know, bro, we see what Trevor Lawrence has done. So we see what he's done in the past month. Like,
Yeah.
he has
Yeah.
been great.
Trevor Lawrence
So
has been great.
if we lose, it's going to look bad in the media. But people who actually know football, they're going to be like, okay, well, we've seen that Dallas's defense hasn't been that great, and Trevor Lawrence has been fucking spectacular. So it's all going to come down to it's going to come down to opinion on whether we're frauds or not.
That's the thing about Jacksonville though. Trevor Lawrence has looked great. Travis Etienne has been so great. They let go of James Robinson. Their defense has been really good. Josh Allen has stepped up. They got a decent secondary. They got who? No. Who's their linebacker?
Lloyd is a beast. Devin Lloyd is so underrated right now.
Devin Lloyd, that's their linebacker. That I was just asking who's their linebacker. Bro, the Jaguars are actually a decent team. Like going into this offseason, next season, I'm gonna be high on the Jaguars. I already know because they added Calvin Ridley for next season. They and Trevor Lawrence is already looking like this. And then they get them a O-line in the draft and with their money because they got a rookie scale contract at quarterback and he's looking like top 15 quarterback. They get him an O-line with this defense in a shitty division. Come on now. They could be some next season.
See, I had them, like kind of being like probably second or even winning division this year, but we see what happened.
Hey,
So,
like I was saying earlier in this episode, Jaguars got some playoff hope still. This is their make or break.
they're gonna get broke. So
It's possible. Yeah. They still got hope, but like this is their make or break. Now we got a terrible game that I haven't even decided yet. We got the Cardinals versus the Broncos.
Ew. I'm gonna go Cardinals in this because wait. Who's that back? Colt McCoy.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I'm going Cardinals, actually. I'm going Cardinals.
13-13 tie.
Russ playing?
Yeah, Russ is
I
playing.
think so.
Russ is
Okay,
playing.
I got the Broncos.
I got the Broncos too, because just strictly because of their defense.
Yeah, they got good defense, and
They have a great defense.
they're gonna let Russ cook.
I got the Cardinals because earlier this season I said I'm never picking the Broncos again, and and I stood with it.
So
Fair enough.
that's fair. Yeah.
Team right here, New England versus Las Vegas.
Who you got?
Going to New England. New England has to win that game, bro.
That's a good game, bro.
I'm going to New England because Las Vegas just choked against Baker Mayfield. So
I need Las Vegas to win, bro. I feel like New England's gonna win, but I'm gonna pick the Raiders. I need them to win. Go Raiders.
I got the Patriots. The Raiders. It's like I don't know with them, bro. They just the ultimate chokers. They let a quarterback who is very mid, if he's even that, have 2 days of preparation and beat them on like. I don't like the Raiders, bro. And it's like it's even worse because they got a guy who I feel like is in top 5 for defensive player of the year, in Max Crosby.
Patriots are the smart pick, but I got the Raiders.
Yeah, then they got.
more Patriots.
I don't know what the Raiders, bro. Blow it up. Honestly, let Derek Carr go.
That's what I say. Just get rid of everybody.
Bro, blow it up, bro. Now we got the Titans versus the Chargers. I got the Chargers.
I'm gonna go Chargers. Yeah, I'm going Chargers as well.
Massive skid. I got the Titans, bro.
You think they're gonna bounce back from a 14-point loss?
I think they're gonna bounce back.
Chargers run defense sucks.
They're gonna play some defense. They're gonna heat up Herbie.
I'm gonna go Chargers. I believe in Justin Herbert. I think he can. Yeah, he don't have to, bro. The Titans have the 31st ranked pass defense. And that's the point I was trying to make.
That's what I was
when
gonna bring
the Eagles threw for 380. That's the point I was trying to make.
I was gonna bring that up.
When the Eagles ran for 363, they played the 30th ranked run defense. When they threw for 380, they played the 31st ranked pass defense. Do y'all not see a correlation? So what happens? What do you think will happen when they run to a defense who's good, who's like 10 at both? Like the 49ers. Like that's what I'm kind of hoping. The 49ers, that's what I want them to lose. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of want them to like drop down to the 6th seed so they can play the Eagles. And beat the Eagles. That's what I want, man. I just want the Eagles to play a defense who's good at both.
If I'm you, I'd rather face the Eagles than the 49ers.
That's what I'm saying. No, I want them to beat the Eagles. I don't want to play the Eagles.
If I'm you, I don't want to play the 49ers.
I'd rather play the 49ers than the Eagles, not gonna lie. Because we're gonna get after Brock Purdy and we're gonna rattle him because our pass rush is just that good.
Who's gonna let you get to Brock Purdy? Trent Williams?
Micah Parsons can't get him out of Trent Williams. Trent Williams is not that. He hasn't been that great this year.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
That's another tackle. Can you name the other tackle?
Mike McGlinchey. Mike
McGlinchey.
Yeah, bro, he's solid.
I know it is.
He's solid, bro. If you let, all right, y'all got Lawrence and Michael, right? You let Williams solo whoever, and you help McGlinchey on the other side with whoever. Come on, you got protection right there.
Do you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna put Michael right in the middle and let him bull versus center.
Nah, heck no. Nah, that's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. If Micah does that, he's the best defensive player in the league.
Hey, I understand that we only lost to the Eagles. We really, because Cooper Rush was throwing the game away down there. We could have beat them. That game was very winnable. Hey. If that plays, we win that game.
I got a question. How do we always bring up the Cowboys somehow, bro? Like, how are we talking about the Cowboys right now?
Because I said I would rather I want the Eagles to lose to the 49ers. Yeah, and then you brought it up. He brought it up because he said,
Nah, I entertained it. You brought it up, but I entertained it. That's your fault. Hey, let's get to the Buccaneers versus the Bengals.
This is the biggest trap game of the week right here. This is the biggest trap game of the week.
I don't hate it.
I'm going Bengals.
Tom Brady's coming off of a massive embarrassment. Bro, he invited like 100 of his friends and family out. Coming off a massive embarrassment. The Bengals are cruising after 2 hard-fought wins over a divisional rival and a super AFC powerhouse. Go with the Bucs, man. I'm actually picking the Bucs here, and I'm standing 10 toes. Not just because I need the Bengals to lose, and I want them to lose, but like I really think the Bucs are about to win. Tom Brady's about to show up. It's gonna be like Tom Brady's Super Bowl right here of this season.
I got the Bengals.
You guys got the Bengals.
Yeah, I got the Bengals.
We'll see.
We got the Giants versus the Commanders, and this actually may end up in a tie. Believe it or not.
It's in the tie again. It's for the both of you. Both. I don't care. I want
for the Commanders.
I
got the Giants.
I got the Commanders.
Saquon's last week he was hurt. He was banged up.
Really?
Yeah, Saquon's banged up right now.
I got the Giants. We ball.
Man, I'm riding with the Giants, man. I don't even know why I hesitated, man. I'm going with the Giants, man. And we got the last game of the week now. We got the Rams versus the Packers. This is the Packers. The Packers are starting to heat up with Christian Watson. But the Packers got slight playoff hopes. That's
my hardest pick.
You still got Aaron Rodgers. Christian Watson been heating up. Their defense got the talent. It's like Aaron Rodgers at the end of the day. That's why
the Packers.
That's also why I feel like Aaron Rodgers is going to stay next season. Y'all was saying like he got potential to retire. I feel like he sees this Christian Watson thing at the end. It took a while, but it's starting to work out. You feel me?
But he can't play forever.
I know, but like he's not regressing.
He kind of is.
I don't think he's not. He's top quarterback in the league still.
Yeah, I mean, because bro, if you think about it, the quarterback play this year hasn't been all that great.
Yeah.
It really hasn't. The 10 to 12 quarterbacks you would expect to be the 10 to 12 They aren't really that 10 to 12. Like, you got some people that's in the 14, 15 range jumping up to 10. And the people that was 10 going down to 32.
Yeah.
Wilson. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean, man.
Who you got, Sean?
I'm going
Rams, guys. I got the Rams.
Packers. I got Green Bay.
Yes, sir. Baker Mayfield continues his Hollywood script. They're gonna win.
Man, y'all boys love Baker.
Ooh, I got the Packers. He loves Baker.
I know, but you like Baker at least.
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
I don't think that drive was. I mean, if you want to praise that drive, praise Dak's drive too. It was okay, but he got saved by pass interference or whatever the hell that call was because it was a pick.
Hey, shit.
So if they let that play stand, hell, nobody's talking about Baker. Everybody's talking about. Nobody's saying anything about Baker. But it was a great drive. But I'm not a Baker fan.
You're not? Ain't you had him win a comeback player of the year?
Who?
I did.
Baker.
Wasn't me. I know the fuck. I didn't.
Oh, that was you, Shop?
No, I had Saquon.
Yeah, I think I had Geno. Geno's the only logical answer.
No, I'm talking about preseason.
Preseason? I don't remember who I had preseason. I think I wrote down somewhere.
I think you had Baker. I think you had Baker. I think both of y'all had Baker.
I might have had Baker because I thought he was going to be in a better situation in Carolina.
Yeah, I think both of y'all had Baker and I had Barkley. I don't even know who I got coming out with it. Is it Josh? Nah.
It's going to be Geno. If the Seahawks make the playoffs, it's Geno Smith is a lock for comeback player of the year.
Yeah.
Or CMC. One of those two.
I got a question. What is Geno coming back from? The bench?
From the bench?
The bench?
From the bench. Yes. And being doubted. And because nobody, bro, let me break down. I'm about to break down his career for you, right? When he was with the Jets, he didn't have nobody. They didn't put no weapons around him. He couldn't do nothing. Everybody laid him off as a bust, even if he was second round pick. And he started bouncing around the league. You know, he never got a proper shot. He got one chance to do something, and they didn't even help him do it. They just expected him to do it on his own. You can't do that to a quarterback and then expect him to be great. You can't not put pieces around him. Who's the Jets' bench wide receiver in 2012? You don't even know. It's probably fucking Jericho Cotchery or something like that.
You know what?
Or was it Brandon?
Hey, Jericho Cotchery's pretty good, bro.
It probably is Geno.
The Steelers, yeah, I know
it probably is Geno.
That's what I'm saying. When he got to Seattle, he got to spend time and work with DK and Tyler and all those people. So that's why I say Geno is comeback player of the year. He came back from being doubted and not given a proper shot.
Yeah, Seattle's off to a great rebuild. Hey, but that'll be it for today's episode. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. And hopefully y'all join in next week.